If it weren't for COVID, climate change would have been the headline natural disaster of the year, and the decade, and the century. This was and is an existential threat to our lives. It was before the pandemic, and that has not changed. So our work has continued. We evaluated the recommendations of the amazing Climate Change Working Group, and in December 2020, we released our draft Climate Action Plan. This plan provides a roadmap for reducing greenhouse gas emissions and the climate-related risks for our residents, businesses, and the built and natural environments. We are already feeling the impacts of climate change in our county: hotter summers, increased flooding, and more extreme storms, also often disproportionately affecting the most vulnerable communities. In just one example, it's become painfully clear that our stormwater systems cannot handle the storms that we are seeing now. The Climate Change Action Plan identifies 87 action items that will help us meet our goals of reducing emissions by 80% by 2027 and 100% by 2035. The recommendations reflect a future reimagined, one in which our buildings, transportation systems, government processes, consumption patterns, and community engagement efforts are all realigned to meet our generation's greatest challenge. We are already taking concrete steps to get us moving towards our goal. Not all the answers are there, but key technologies are driving changes in energy use and consumption that will likely create more viable solutions at better costs in the not too distant future. The Climate Action Plan is a living document meant to evolve as new tools become available. It is a plan based on the best of what we know today, with an eye on what we will discover tomorrow. As we prepare to address climate change and a post-pandemic world, our Department of General Services is leading efforts to reshape the county's real estate portfolio through both a reduced need for office space because of teleworking, and by implementing net zero design standards for the county's new buildings and renovations for existing buildings. These initiatives will save both money and conserve county resources. An example is the recently completed Wheaton Library and Rec Center, certified as LEED Gold for its energy efficiency and use of recycled and locally sourced materials. We are also installing photovoltaic panels at the county sites and pursuing innovative environmental design concepts such as the use of solar glass. Microgrids have also been constructed at the Public Safety Headquarters and the Clarksburg Correctional Facility. Later this year, construction will begin on another microgrid at the Brookfield Bus Maintenance Facility, which will also serve as a charging station for the county's growing fleet of electric buses. During 2021, we will begin installing solar panels on a closed landfill, providing less costly clean energy for lower income households. We are also exploring the feasibility of commingling agriculture with solar arrays, addressing the pressing need to move forward renewable energy sources while we also recognize food security issues. And I proposed, and the council passed, legislation banning plastic straws and non-recyclable plastic containers.